Today I am making videos for West Coast Drum Shop about Angel hoops and Angel snares, and I thought that was a perfect opportunity to talk to you all a little bit about one of my favorite subjects, which is hoops and how they change or how they don't change the sound of a snare. Now, it has been a personal belief of mine for a while that the hoops themselves actually make a bigger difference in your snare sound than you would expect. So whether you have die-cast hoops, triple flange hoops, then if you do have die-cast, are they thicker, are they thinner, are you using DW True hoops, etc., etc., that actually has a fairly big impact on your sound, especially when it comes to your cross sticks and your rim shots. Now today is a perfect day to talk about this because I'm testing out these Angel hoops. Now Angel, if you're not familiar, is a company from Hungary that not only makes these cool straight hoops that don't use claws, but they also make their own segmented shelled snares and kits, which I can do a video about sometime if you would like. But today we're focusing specifically on the hoops. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with a brand new Ludwig Superphonic, straight from the factory with its triple flange hoops. And then I'm going to swap out for these steel hoops. I know they look like they are brass, they're just colored that way, but these are actually steel hoops. Then I'm gonna put the iron hoops on there, and then we're going to shoot that out against the Angel snare itself, just for fun. And the point here is to try and isolate the hoops themselves as a variable and see how much of a difference it makes on the sound. Now, to try and keep everything as similar as possible, I'm only going to change out the top hoop, and of course I'm gonna try and get the tunings as close as I can, but we're only gonna change out the top hoop and see what it sounds like. But we're only gonna change the top hoop out to try and eliminate as many other variables as possible. I'm gonna wanna know what you're hearing through the speakers, of course, and I'm going to let you know what I'm hearing in the room. And we'll also just talk a little bit about Angel hoops in general, and then we'll call it a day. So let's listen to the drum first. All right, so what were you hearing? What was coming through the speakers? Did you prefer the Angel hoops? And if you did you prefer either the steel ones or the iron ones? For me, I actually thought that the Superphonic sounded great with all 3 pairs of hoops, and I also thought actually the Angel drum sounded really good as well with its hoops on there. I would say that I probably prefer slightly the feel of the triple flange hoops, and it might just be because that's what I'm used to. But I will also say I am a huge fan of the look of Angel hoops. Now, if you have these brass colored ones on a Superphonic, you definitely get this kind of hot rod look, which is maybe a little too rich for my blood. But taking a pair of steel colored hoops and putting those on a Superphonic, that's gonna make it look really, really nice. So I've always loved the clean look that you get from Angel hoops when you swap them out on a drum. That said, I don't always prefer the sound. I guess the only thing that you can guarantee when you swap out something like your hoops is that it's going to sound different, not necessarily any better or worse. So I have had mixed results with Angel hoops, and if I was going to recommend getting them, I would say don't just assume that they are automatically going to make your snare sound better. They will sound different, but it could be worse, or at least not as much to your taste. What I can say is that they've dropped their prices recently, so it's a little bit easier to get into a pair of these hoops than it was in the past. They used to be fairly expensive. And if you're just interested in this topic like I am of hoops making a big difference in a drum's sound, let me know and I can do some more extensive tests, maybe with like some S hoops and some DW hoops and triple flange hoops and die-cast hoops and all the different types of hoops. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.